Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to part 16 of my Hyperion progression series. Today we have quite a few things that we have to go through. We have some events that are coming up. They have an event on today, and I also recently finished up my 6th job crystals, so it's going to be my first time also going through and getting 6th job on a character. So I haven't actually done this on even my main character in Kronos, so I'm kind of excited to finally unlock this and have a look into it. I don't really know what's going on in 6th job, to be quite honest. I've seen what people do with it, but yeah, it's going to be a learning experience for me as well. Let's get to that in a bit. I want to start off today with today's event. Today is a Saturday, and we have double miracle time. Double miracle time allows us to have 2 times the rates of tearing up things, and today we get double tear ups on our overalls, our tops, bottoms, and our capes. So for us, we have our 2 CRA pieces and we have our Absolab cape that we want to try to tear up, and that is what I've saved up my money for. I have just under 5 bill today, ready to use and ready to spend and tear up some items. So the way that it works is all these cubes in this cube shop have double chances of tearing up, and I'm just going to hope that what I have right now is enough to get everything to at least unique, but hopefully also to legendary. So I'm just going to buy 50 at a time. I don't want to spend too much money. Or rather, I don't want to overspend if I can help it. And yeah, let's just start off by trying to tear up some things. I'm going to start off by tearing up my CRA pieces because they are more permanent than my cape. So if my cape gets stuck at unique, I'm just going to accept it. But the top and bottom should be going to legendary, hopefully, with this amount of money. Okay, we get our unique tear up. I'm going to cycle between the 2 pieces to try to tear them up. Oh, another unique tear up. And now I want to go across onto my cape. Ooh, 3 back-to-back basically tear ups. That's very good. Now here we go onto the painful part, which is going to legendary. I think going to legendary is a lot more expensive, and it's very high variance, so we're just going to hope that it tears up kind of quickly. We managed to hit 15% in. I'm going to take that for the time being and then move on to my pants that doesn't really have anything. This way at least I can keep some lines. Ooh, got a legendary tear up on the pants, so that will be done. Now I have the choice of rotating between these 2. I'm going to go with the top. I know that my cape doesn't have anything at the moment, but like I said, I would rather my top get legendary than my cape get legendary. And there, we managed to get the legendary tear up. Nice. Now we can go back to a cape, and we'll see if this can also get to legendary. We managed to hit 2 lines of int, so that's actually a pretty decent settle if we don't manage to get to legendary. And there we go, we managed to get all 3 of them to legendary, and that is pretty much DMT done for the time being. They have been splitting up the DMT so then we get it across different pieces of equipment throughout the week or throughout the month, and that is these 3 pieces done. Now we can use our glowing cubes, so then we can try to roll for hopefully at least 18% on the CRA and hopefully at least 20% on the cape. I am actually going to start on maybe the cape. I think the cape is slightly easier to roll than the CRA pieces, but I think realistically it's probably smarter to just roulette. Go 1 at a time, so now it has 10, and then we'll go back to these and then see if we can get some real pots between them. 9% all stat. And 12% on the top, so we can go back to either the bottom or the cape. I'll go back to the cape because the cape is easier to roll. Oh, there we got 17%. We can keep that for now, and back to the pants. 12%. I believe my top's also 12%, so I'll just keep rolling on the pants. Okay, 3 didn't hit, so let's grab some more cubes. Thankfully, these glowing cubes are a lot cheaper to buy, so we'll have a good amount of rerolls, hopefully. Oh! Okay, well, that is my CRA pants done. First brand new stack, 27% of the pants. Wow, that is... my pants are done. regarding the potential for the time being. Getting that last 3% to go 12.99 is extremely expensive. And this is probably as good as I can ever ask for my CRA. Wow, that is such a great amount of stat. 27%, wow. Okay, very lucky on the pants, for sure. Now we can go back for the top, and as I am cubing this now, I realize I probably should have checked my stat before and after. I am pretty sure though, if I take off these pants, this looks about right to what I had beforehand. I think at the end of the last part, I had about 22k stat, and yeah, now that with these pants being at 3 line, this is a huge stat boost. Yeah, the pants by itself just added like 1,500. Wow. Anyway, let's keep going on this top. It was 12%, I believe, 6 and 6, and we are hoping for 12 and 9, ideally. But we'll take anything that is, I guess, 18% or above. But yeah, 12 and 9 would be ideal. Oh, there we go. We managed to hit the 12 and 9, and that is our top done for the time being as well. So my CRA pieces are for the most part done, except for the star forcing, and my cape, I'm not really sure, because 10 and 7 is pretty reasonable already, but it is on the low roll side. I think it shouldn't be too expensive for me to go for 10 and 10 at least, so I'm going to roll for a little bit more on the cape, and I'm just going to hope for the best here. It feels a little bit greedy, but I think 10 and 7 is definitely on the lower side. Oh, there we go. We get 13 and 7. That's exactly what I was happy to get. Okay, we got an easy 3% gain on the cape from what it was before. And I think that will be it for our DMT today. We can save these cubes for another 3 months actually, but it's more likely we're going to end up using this on our other pieces when the next set of DMTs go around, and we'll just slowly work our way from there. With all these new potentials, I'm now sitting at 23.5 basically, and yeah, this is a really strong game. Very consistent gains from potting, and these pants is so lucky. Like 27% is very lucky, especially on the CRA pieces. These are a little bit trickier than others to get real potentials on. And yeah, we're gonna slowly work our way through our potentials. I do have quite a few other things that are missing a lot of lines. I do have a lot of uniques floating around, and we'll just wait for the relevant DMTs to come around before we can do it. The next DMT we'll have our shoes get the chance to get to the legendary, and then following that we'll have accessories, then gloves and hat. So it is going to take a while. They did spread it across like basically a whole month. So we're going to be making pretty steady gains regarding our potentials, so we don't have to worry too much about our cubes for the time being. The next thing that I wanted to move on to now is actually my 6th job. This is going to be the first time that I've ever done my 6th job advancement. I haven't done it on Chronos like I said earlier. I have all 5 of these crystals already loaded with EXP, I hope. I'm pretty sure they're all filled. And I've been basically filling them in Limina, which is why I have so many fam cards. I've been putting them into my random rare familiars. I haven't gotten anything interesting since the large drop, which I think is okay. A large drop is probably the best thing I could probably ask for. But yeah, I've done a few tries here, like maybe 10 to 15 tries. And I'm still steadily working on it. I can't one-shot in Cernium just yet, so I've been sticking with 2-5 for the time being, getting money and fam cards. And once I can one-shot or two-shot in Cernium, I'll probably end up going to Cernium and try to farm fragments there, which is a really significant gain. But I wasn't really in a rush to do my 6th job, so I didn't really think about it. But anyway, that's enough talking. Let's go and hand in our 6th job advancement and see what it's all about. And there we have it. We have our Hexa Matrix unlocked. So this will be the grid that we're going to slowly develop our 6th job. So I believe we are given this one skill first, which is our Origin skill. It gives us a lot of damage, and I believe it's also like a bind for a boss, but it does have a 6-minute cooldown. And we also have some boosts that we can use. And from my understanding, we have basically the same concept as like boost nodes for 5th job, for skills and for our passives and stuff like that. And we just slowly level these up, and we'll just have to use Soul Erda fragments and Soul Erda to be able to use them. So this is going to be something that I'll be doing in the background. I won't be focusing too much on my 6th job just yet, because to be able to get a lot of these things, you need to be able to kill mobs in Grandis. so maps like Cernium and things like that. But the problem with my character right now is even after doing this DMT, I'm kind of in trouble, in a sense, because I'm pretty sure I still 2 to 3 shot everything, maybe even 4 shot in some cases. So it does take me quite a while to be able to kill these mobs, so I don't think it is super worthwhile for me to grind in Cernium just yet. I'm going to stick with Limina for the time being until I can at least 2-shot pretty consistently in Cernium. So that is going to be my plan. I will be doing the dailies every day, so then we can get our daily fragments. I believe I have to kill 3,000 mobs a day or something like that. And within a week or so, I should be able to get some upgrades for my 6th job. But yeah, I don't see myself properly training in Cernium for quite a while. Now that I have my 6th job unlocked, the first thing I kind of want to try is to see whether or not I can kill normal lucid. Normal lucid has double the damage required from easy lucid, and I don't really know what to expect from this because I've only done easy lucid so far, but I feel like the last time I did it, it took about 15 minutes to clear the boss, and with my 6th job, I might be able to do the damage required. Of course, what I'll have to do is I'll have to just accordingly buff up. I have made some progress on my link skills. You can see my links are a little bit more full at the moment. I have a full mage link now, and I'm working on my thief link. I also have a bigger legion grid now that I actually sort of filled out, which is nice. I have a damage grid, so I filled out my crit damage, my boss damage, and my IED, and that's because we recently hit 3,000 legion, so hopefully this will add just a little bit more damage. I'm going to also need to go grab some consumables because I believe I am running low on some of them as well. I only have one of each of the Monster Park potions, which we do definitely need. I will have to grab an Ursus, and I will probably grab an event buff as well. And we're just going to run into normal lucid and see how we go. I mentioned in the previous part that even though I am part of a guild, I am restricting myself from guild skills for the time being because I think I would like to challenge a little bit more. And even though guild skills are accessible to everyone, it's just a personal challenge on my end. So I'm going to go quickly grab all the buffs I think that I'll need, and then we'll give a try at normal lucid. Holy crap, I actually managed to clear normal lucid on this character. Wow, the 6th job does so much damage. I will admit I did not know how to use it very well, and I definitely didn't press my AB link before pressing it, or I just didn't press my buttons correctly. I even fat fingered it at some point because I had to change my keybinds to fit the 6th job skill where I wanted it. But we eventually got there. It took about 25 minutes to clear. And yeah, you guys saw as well, I got the achievement for it. It's my first end lucid clear, and yeah, now all we have to do is just break the box. Wow, this is the first time on this character we're going to be able to get drops from normal lucid, which means that we're really hoping for the droplets that we get from her. She drops boss droplets, which gives us the currency needed to be able to buy our arcane gear. So yeah, we're just gonna hope for the best here. If we get really lucky, we might also get a ring box. I do believe she does have a higher chance at ring boxes compared to easy. So yeah, I'm just gonna make sure that I have all my drop gear in. We have 330 drop gear with our large drop fam and as many item drops as we have. We have our holy symbol on too, and Legion luck and a small wealth acquisition potion. So here we are, our first lucid clear. There we go, we got 2 droplets, which was the main thing that we were looking for. we need to start collecting these. We need a lot of these droplet stones to be able to buy our first item. Let's go quickly check the shop to see how much we actually need. To be able to buy the arcane items from Lucid's shop, we have to get these coins, and for a weapon you need 24 coins, and for a equipment I believe you need 12. So to be able to get one of these coins, you get one per boss droplet, so we need at least 12 of them from Lucid, which means at the rate that we're going to get our first equip item, we need to do at least 6 weeks worth of normal Lucid, assuming that we get 2 each time. So that's still quite a while away. That's like 1.5 months for one arcane piece. But hopefully soon I'll be able to do Will as well. And that way we'll be able to collect droplets in a similar fashion. So then we can buy armor pieces from Will's shop as well. They're a little bit different. It's kind of similar to how the Abso pieces are. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get an arcane weapon anytime soon. But I think honestly, considering how many droplets we need, 4 months to get our first weapon is very, very far away. So I honestly am hoping to see if I can clear H Lucid before I need to buy the arcane weapon. So we'll see how it goes. We're still quite a ways away. But yeah, very exciting that we managed to get our first butterfly droplet stones. And hopefully within the week we'll be able to clear Will as well for the same reason. With normal Lucid out of the way, let's find out how much the crystal sells for. 200 mil for normal Lucid. I did a few other bosses along the way to make the use out of the drop coupon. So you can see these are the extra ones. So I did Arcarium, Pinot, and Pink Bean. And I also did Golux as well. But yeah, very good amount of money. And this is just a little bit of extra income, and also the chances of our droplets is really good. Not to mention that we also get a really small chance at getting the Twilight Mark. And I talked about it before, it would replace the Condensed Power Crystal, and yeah, Twilight Mark is an amazing upgrade. It's probably the only thing that we can really replace it with that isn't Commercy, so I'm really hoping for one, but I heard that the drop rate for it isn't very good, so not really holding my breath out for that one. Speaking of Arcarium and other drop rates, I did manage to get another Dominator pendant, so this is the one that I already had made, and I got another one as a drop, and because we had this Dragon Egg event going on at the time being, I had a bunch of spare flames, and I actually hit this 72 and 5% flame. This puts it at a better spot than my current one that I have made. I believe that the 72 and 5% is a higher flame score than the 92, so I kind of want to be able to use this Dominator pendant. They give us a 17-star scroll, and I have two choices. One is to use it on this Dominator pendant, then I can use it immediately, or I can save up some more coins from Golux. I'm currently just under 500. I could save it for the Golux Superior Ring as well. Both cases are pretty similar in cost anyway, so I'll see what I want to do, but this one for sure is going to replace the one I already have made, just because it has a better flame. And it's only 15 stars, so it wasn't too expensive to get in the first place. Pretty happy with just working on this once a Star Force event comes around. So the next thing that I have to do is actually just go through and do the rest of my weeklies. I haven't done any of them so far outside of Lucid and Princess Snow, but the ones that I'm actually going to not go through is I'm not going to go through Will just yet, because I think I might be able to do normal Will in a similar fashion to how I did normal Lucid. I think I might have the damage for it, but it was kind of close with Lucid, so maybe I do need to do a little bit more upgrades, but I do have some time throughout the week, so this is not a rush. And another boss that I might try to do is Hard Lotus. Hard Lotus will be the first boss that we might be able to do that can drop Pitch Boss, which is super exciting, and also it gives a lot of money. If we manage to clear Hard Lotus, it's a 370 mil crystal, and the chance of Pitch Boss and the chance of the rings are much higher with this one. So yeah, this is something that I really want to try to work towards throughout this week. And I only just realized now, I could, in theory, also be able to clear Normal Gloom and Normal Darknail for a similar reason why I can clear Normal Lucid. They are actually a lot easier than Hard Lotus according to this crystal prices. I don't know if I'll be able to do normal Darknail because I am a little bit low level. I'm level 260 and I believe Darknail's a 265 boss. I do need to check that out. But I am not too surprised I might be able to clear Normal Will and Normal Gloom. There are some pretty easy item upgrades that I can do in the meantime to try to get that clear. Ideally, I would like to wait for 5, 10, 15 to push some of the star forcing on some of my items. But if I want to try to clear these bosses, it wouldn't be bad to just safeguard the 16th star. And just 3 16 stars might be able to push me over to be able to clear those bosses. But yeah, that's something I just have to keep in mind. I might try out some of the bosses after. But first things first, I will go through the rest of my weeklies. Some of the easy ones, and try to see how much money we get. With the weeklies done now, let's quickly sell our crystals. And we have sold about 1.1 bill worth of crystals. I haven't done a lot of the bosses like I said, and I kind of want to leave them for later just because I feel like there's a chance that I can clear them. So I'm just holding off from doing some things like Lotus, Damien, and Will. To work towards clearing those bosses and the harder versions of the bosses, I feel like I need a little bit more damage like I've been saying. And one of the easiest ways to get damage is actually my link skills. And one of the ones that I am working on right now are my Thief Links. So currently I have a level 2 Thief Link from my Night Lord, and I'm currently working on it for my Shadower. So I'm going to go finish my Shadower first because it's pretty close to level 100. Once I get it to level 100, I'm going to put it through the food storehouse to send it to level 141. That way I can use the extreme growth potions on it later down the track. I don't really have a prior for a lot of these mules, but getting them to level 141 is very convenient because it gives me the option to use extreme growth potions. Speaking of growth potions, I do have 2 extra ones that I got from the expedition event, and I wanted to put this onto my Mercedes. At the end of the last part, I did a little bit on my Mercedes where I put it through the little mini game to get some points and level it up, and currently it's level 201. I want to be able to just get it to level 208 now, and then use the growth potions on it. I technically could use the magnificent growth potion as well, but a lot of people have told me like it's a waste and I should use it on my main. I'm not super convinced and I don't really care too much about my EXP to be quite honest, but again, it is a bit of a waste, so maybe I should consider just using it on my main. Let's just check with the Mercedes first and see if I can get it to level 208 or not. So here we are on the Mercedes, and I'm going to try use the EXP points that we get from the minigame and see if we have enough. Currently I have 2,100 points, so I don't know actually if I have enough. It's going to be very close. So I'm currently at level 206, and I believe I'm out of points. So it looks like I'm out of EXP points to get this to 208. I do have to do this one more time, so maybe tomorrow I'll get it done, and then we can push the Mercedes to level 208, and then I'll use the 2 growth potions on it to be able to get it to 210 and finish up the link. Speaking of links though, I do want to finish my Shadower so it can get to level 141. I'm going to train it up a little bit more. It needs another 4 levels to get to level 100, and then I can put it through Zakum and then the food storehouse to have it end up at around 142, 143. The food storehouse gives a lot to mules, so I'm going to go do that and finish up my second Thief Link. And there we have it. After putting the Shadower through the food storehouse, we managed to get it to level 142. And now my Legion block is developed again, and I gotta worry about the Legion grid once again, but that's okay. We got what was important done, and that is our level 2 Thief Link. So that's 2 out of the 3 done. I just need to do 1 more, and I believe I have 1 more for the rest of the week, 1 more food storehouse, so I should be able to get my 3rd one done by tomorrow, which would be good because then I'll be able to try to go for another boss clear. I did the quick math, and I think, if anything, I'm kind of close to being able to clear normal Will, assuming that I buff up correctly. He has a similar amount of HP compared to Lucid, but the thing about Lucid is in P2 Lucid, she flies around a lot, and a lot of my damage doesn't really hit. Whereas for Will, he kind of stands still for the most part, so everything should be able to hit him. I'll just need to check out and make sure that my damage is actually sufficient for the last phase, because the last phase is very much a damage check, and if I don't have the damage even though I can get to the last phase, I might just web out and then not be able to clear the boss. Similarly, I think that Gloom is also within reach. He has a similar amount of damage required as Will, but the only issue is this is a very burst oriented fight and my class is a DPS class, so it's a little bit dodgy to be able to do Gloom for me, but the only way to really find out is actually just by doing the boss. Anyway though, I think this is enough for this video. We've done a lot of upgrades. We had our DMT, so we have our cape done with 2 lines on a legendary potential. We have our top done as well with 12 and 9, and our pants hit an amazing 27%. We finished up a few of our bosses and we can now clear normal Lucid. So we are now starting to build up our stack of Lucid droplets, and hopefully we can work towards our arcane pieces. Our main goal right now is to work towards normal Will so that we can get his droplets as well for more arcane pieces, and also working towards other bosses including normal Gloom, hard Lotus, and maybe even hard Damien. Of course, there's a lot of things I still need to do, including things like my links and my Legion, which we are working on, and we are getting there very slowly and steadily. Thank you guys again for watching. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. I hope to keep providing you guys with more videos and updates on my character in the future. And it's very exciting too for me. We're starting to get into like this mid-game of MapleStory, and there's a lot of things that still need to be done for me to actually clear some of the goals I have in mind. And yeah, just once again, I just appreciate everyone's support and company regarding these videos. Wherever you guys are in the world, hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. Take care. See you guys in the next one, and as always, have a nice day.